When a high-profile person disappears, the response usually follows a pattern. Welcome back to Scape News. We're glad you joined us tonight for a review of this case that has seemed a bit off and very strange from the beginning. As each passing day goes by, there seems to be more questions than answers. And let us know in the comments what your theory is. Now let's get into it. Search teams didn't really even appear to exist after day one until a handful of locals and traveling independent journalists and social media influencers arrived. Media attention intensifies. Pressure builds publicly. But in this case, many people noticed something unusual. The story never seemed to fully explode. Nancy Guthrie disappeared under circumstances that immediately drew public attention. Early reports referenced concerning evidence. Law enforcement involvement escalated quickly, and because of the family's public visibility and media connections, many assumed the case would dominate headlines. As cases like this usually do, but we would soon find out. This case was different, very different. The ingredients were all there. Influence, resources, public familiarity, national media proximity. Which is why some observers began focusing not only on the disappearance itself, but on the response surrounding it, or lack of, for a case such as this one. In high-profile disappearances, escalation becomes part of the story. Families often organize extensive public campaigns. Private investigators are hired. Reward funds increase. Media appearances become frequent, emotional, and relentless. Public pressure matters. Visibility matters. Attention becomes leverage, and you would have expected to see this here. However, many viewers following this case felt something different and a bit unusual, or even strange, was and still is often heard. Alrighty, let's get a quick break out of the way to thank our primary sponsor, Gold Rush Fever Small Batch Specialty Coffee. They have the perfect blends for your late-night sleuthing and early morning searches with blends developed for the men and women of corrections, officers, first responders, and the nurses that help take care of us, or anyone just looking for a real pick-me-up. Please take a moment to subscribe, share, and ring that bell for notifications, as it really does help with the algorithm. And if you really want support and get some extra perks, consider one of our memberships. Thank you. Now back to this strange case. The public footprint appeared unusually restrained. To be clear, public-facing behavior does not necessarily reflect private action. And restraint is not evidence of wrongdoing, but perception matters. And in a case such as this, it really matters. The perception persisted. Why did the case feel so tightly managed? Some pointed to disciplined media messaging. Others questioned comparatively limited public mobilization. An online discussion increasingly centered around a difficult-to-define feeling that something about the response felt unusually controlled, maybe even intentionally. Not absent, controlled, very controlled. In unresolved cases, uncertainty creates pressure. And when information gaps remain, people begin filling them, speculating, and even hypothesizing. with assumptions, with theories, with narratives. The less resolution people feel, the more meaning they begin searching for. And soon, the case stopped being just about a disappearance. Because then, the messages started appearing. Lots of messages, back and forth. Questions on how, why, who, and when did it allegedly really happen. As these are the type of things that happen in cases like these, when there's a lack of information, the appearance that things may have been mishandled, the crime scene released too soon, or was it all just lack of experience? And we'll be diving deeper into that on the next installment. And just a reminder, this is all just our opinion and speculations. Questions that can't be confirmed as factual at this time, but questions that may be asked, and questions that should be asked, as it is of our opinion that the public deserves to know. Are they safe? Have they been safe all along? So if you made it this far, please subscribe, share, and ring that bell so you will be notified when installment 2 drops. You can also support the channel by becoming a member and get early access on this story and more. We thank you, and as always, stay safe. And for you diehard fans, we included some bonus footage and a few more images from throughout this case you can view as we prepare for the next installment. Could this be the perp? Do you think there were more than one person involved? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. That's the latest from Scape News. We're live, we're watching, we thank you. Subscribe, share, and ring the bell so you don't miss what breaks next. Stay with us, we appreciate you, and as always, be safe.